Hi guys, welcome to another video, and this is another Q&A session, and today we're going to be answering
Arula Steele's question, and she asks, I'm curious if there's ever a line to where it was crossed would make you or Jazz defend your relationship.
and I think that's a really good question, one that not many people have asked before. And I think yes, there is a line that we have that if anyone did cross this line, that will be it.
Friends or family, we would definitely stand up and defend ourselves.
Exactly, and this is something that we discussed, and it's always been there, this line. And
so that we knew what the reaction would be from either one of us if someone did do that.
Exactly.
So that it wouldn't be like a shock to the other one.
Yeah. And what's that line?
Basically, if anyone ever decided to disrespect my relationship because I was married, so if my say family members treated me or Primrose differently because we were I was married to a black girl, and my kids were mixed race, if they treated say another family member's kids better than mine or their wife better than mine, for example.
So it was like mainly to do with the kids.
Especially
for me,
the kids.
For me, if anyone crossed the line with the kids, the mother, Incredible Hulk in me would come out, and I would not stand for any nonsense being projected on the kids because they cannot defend themselves. I can stand here and defend our choices and defend everything, but they have no choice to have been born to us, and they have no defense. So I am their defense. And for me, if anyone ever said anything to our kids, being friends or family, whatever it is, then that will be the line that would definitely.
And like I said, on my side, I would definitely say if it was a case of a family member or a friend decided to act a certain way towards my wife or my kids because they were different, then I would definitely have the person, like, I would have the right act ready to them, because I don't think that I don't think you should. I think discrimination is totally uncalled for. And especially if it's for someone that I love, so I'll be there like a ton of bricks on the family member or the friend. And like I said, it could be just a case of discrimination, i.e., you're in a house and one of your family members doesn't give Primrose maybe a drink or food. First,
when it's like blatant,
and almost ignores them. And when things like that are going on, it's maybe blatant. Then at that point, I would say, "Look, hang on, that was very disrespectful.
Why did you do that?
Basically, why did you do it? And basically, I'm leaving now, and don't ever give me a call or speak to me ever again. Because for me, I've lost all respect for you.
Exactly, and that was another thing we even said, like before we had the kids, we spoke about this, like, what would it be like if, let's say, in the family there was other kids, so let's say your brothers, sisters had kids, and then we had kids. What about if they were treated differently? How would we act towards that? And that was something that we're both very hot on, because you can cause like a lot of low self-esteem with your kids, where they feel like there's something wrong with them or they're not good enough. And I do not want that for my kids, because I know, for me personally, how it was like growing up in that situation, and having no one actually standing up for me was very disheartening. And there's no way I would let anybody, it doesn't matter how old they are, make my kids feel inferior. That would not fly with me at all. So don't ever even go there.
Exactly.
No way.
I mean, I feel exactly the same way, and I know I wouldn't really have to say much because Primrose is so good at. She's not one of these people that when she argues with people, she goes off the handle and loses her head. She's very rude. She's very respectful. She knows, and she's one of the people that if I needed to answer something to someone, I'd go to and ask her, and she would know exactly what to say. Because she is not irrational, and she makes. So I know that we agreed on that point. I mean, as I said in my How You Met videos, we had a situation where my cousin's sister, I done so much for her, went to her wedding, spent money at her wedding.
It was your turn.
Then no, she also had issues within the family that I went and helped her with at that time with my family, with my mum and dad. And when it came to my turn, she didn't come to my wedding, and I did make it clear that you must come to my wedding. I didn't say I'm not going to speak to you again, because I didn't want to do threats. I wanted her to come because she wanted to come.
Not
and
threats, yeah.
At that point, she had said stuff like, don't worry, which I found out later, don't worry, when he divorces her, we'll get him married to a nice Indian girl, stuff like that. And what actually happened then was, I found this stuff out, and again, she didn't come to my wedding.
Yeah.
So at that point, I thought, okay, fine.
She was shit-staring, basically.
That's fine. You're talking to my mum every day, and you're winding her up, making her upset, and you've decided to do that. So now I will move on, and for me, you don't exist anymore.
Exactly.
So at that point, obviously, I've made a decision now. So I made that decision because the line was crossed.
Yeah.
You've disrespected my partner, and you've disrespected the relationship that I'm getting into. So if that's the case, then you're not used to me anymore.
Exactly.
Because obviously you don't respect me and love me enough to
stand up
me.
for you. Yeah.
So at that point, we got married. A year later, I get a text message. So I found out she had a kid. So she texted me to say I was an uncle now.
Yeah.
So I thought, wow, okay.
Uncle. Yeah,
so
you showed me that message.
where's the apology text? There's nothing. Just congratulations, you're an uncle, and it would be nice, like, just so I could let you know and whatnot.
Okay, yeah.
So I'm thinking, okay, this is a bit weird after a year. Like, why would you even bother? I'm not speaking to you, and we haven't spoken since that last conversation 2 months before the wedding, where you were making excuses about coming to the wedding, and I said you better come. Yeah. And then like I said, I wasn't gonna make any threats, and you didn't come, so I don't need to contact you ever again.
Yeah.
So at that point, she's texted me this. So I thought, okay, what do I do now? So I texted back, congratulations, that's it. And I didn't say anything else, full stop at the end. Because obviously I'm not going to not
say congratulations.
So I said congratulations, fine. Yeah. Congratulations to your family. Because I get along with everyone else in our family. So I thought, congratulations. And then a few months later, her mum came,
to see the
stayed
baby.
with her, see the baby, stayed with her for a couple of months.
Yeah.
And her mum calls me because she wants to speak to me. So her mum, genuine, she's trying to just probably make amends and sort everything out.
Yeah.
But for me, it's going to take more than just a convincing to speak to her.
Exactly, yeah.
So her mum's called me, how are you, da-da-da-da. We've talked for about 20 minutes. Then she said, look, water under the bridge, talk to your sister, cousin sister.
Yeah.
It's fine. Like, she's your cousin sister, don't be angry at her.
Yeah. That's what she's saying, yeah.
Look, just talk to her. And I'm like, no, auntie, I don't want to speak to her. She didn't come to my wedding. She didn't support me when I most needed her. So I'm not doing it. She disrespected my wife by saying certain things.
Yeah.
So she's then continued to talk to me for another 10 minutes. Then all of a sudden she's gone, okay, look, don't worry about it. Here's the phone, just speak to her. Yeah. And she's handed her the phone. And I'm thinking, oh man, and I've been put on the spot. What do I do now?
Yeah.
So I thought, and instantly on my feet, all I said was, I said to her, look, she goes, hi brother, how are you? Like nothing happened, like really excited. Yeah. Hi brother, how are you? And I'm like, okay, do you know what? I don't want to speak to you. Give the phone back to your mum. I'm very upset with you. Give the phone back to your mum. And she's gone, oh, okay. So I didn't have to swear at her. I didn't shout at her. No. I didn't have to do anything. I made my point clear that I'm not happy. And also what offended me was that there was no like actual, do you know what, brother? I'm really sorry.
Exactly.
I was wrong. Please please talk to me.
Yeah.
I should have supported you.
Yeah.
That remorse. And then, at that point I would have turned around and said, okay,
fine.
I'm going to hear you out. Carry on. But at that point she didn't do that. So I've said what I said, and she's gone, oh, and she's given the phone back to her mum, and her mum spoke to me for another 5 minutes, I think a bit in shell shock that I'd done that. Yeah. Because in the Indian culture they just say, oh, they act like it hasn't happened. Whatever happened didn't happen, so don't worry about it. Just talk to them, they're your family.
Yeah.
You know that mentality.
Get over it, sort of thing, yeah.
Yeah, get over it.
Yeah.
And so that's happened, and so I drew the line there. So that's where I would draw the line. It's someone if they disrespect my wife and my relationship.
Yeah. But we were speaking about it, like, with that relative, it was basically like there was too much water under the bridge, a lot of time had gone past, and the trust is gone. So if we have a relationship, what relationship are you going to have? And so sometimes some bridges are not worth repairing, isn't it? It's just best to leave them broken. Because I lost trust,
because I needed that person the most at that point in my life, and I never had him. And that's basically what happened afterwards. That was the last conversation I had with her, and that was it.
Exactly.
After that, I never heard from her again.
Because what's the point of wasting time?
And I don't miss her, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like, what's the
point of wasting time in a relationship that's going to be fake?
Yeah. I've got great people in my life.
Yeah, because if you have that person back in your life, every time you're going to be thinking, hang on a minute, what are they saying behind my back?
And the way when times get hard, are they going to?
Are they just going to chip anyway? Yeah. Exactly. So what's
they're
the
not
point?
loyal to me. Do you know what I mean? So.
You know, your time is precious as a human being, and I don't see it. Like, even I'm quite straightforward about the people I have in my life. If you don't really contribute to anything, what's the point of having you around? I'm not going to waste my time on just like being fake. Oh, we're relatives, you know. No, I don't think so.
And I think the same applies to your family. If anyone ever stepped out of line and disrespected me or the kids, Prim would definitely stand up.
Yeah, I'm very straightforward.
And it could just be a case of showing respect.
Yeah.
Because knowing how to speak. Like Primrose's mum showed me a lot of respect when I went to South Africa.
Exactly.
If she stepped out of line, Prim would have had her straight away.
I know, because I don't, and my mum knows that I don't really put up with certain behaviours now.
Yeah. We're very loyal to each other, aren't we?
We're very loyal, and I would defend a person who needs defending, and it doesn't matter how old you are, because sometimes older people hide behind the fact that they're older. I am older than you, so and it's like, no.
You say, have my opinion.
Exactly.
Which are wrong.
Exactly. And it's like, no, mum. It's about respect. You respect me and respect the person I choose to have in my life. I respect you. It's not just I'm older than you and then you should get over it. Definitely. So my mom is like very good about, you know, respect and stuff like that, and she just has respect for me as a person because she knows what I'm like.
She knows you're a strong person and you've grown.
Yeah, and I'm not really afraid of telling her when I'm not happy. She might not appreciate it or agree with me, but I feel like when it's time to say something, things need to be said. I'm quite quiet and I put up with a lot, but when it's time to stand up, then I think I stand up.
I think definitely you teach people lessons because they see your character is strong.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
you made a decision, you've stuck with it. It's turned out to be really good for you.
Yeah.
And not only that, you're a team, you've stuck together, so you've made this decision and they've realised without that apology or remorse, you're never going to come back. And so you've shown that you're a person of good character.
That's it.
And you are right. They know you're right. They might not want to admit it.
Yeah, exactly.
These people know
they
you're right.
Exactly.
And in the end, when they come back and if they show remorse, I'll be the first one to say, do you know what? Don't worry about it. It's taken a lot of guts to do that.
Yeah.
Respect to you for coming up to me and saying that. Do you know what? Forget it. Give me a hug. Let's start again.
Yeah.
Let's start again. Now you need to prove yourself to me.
Exactly, because there's no point.
I can't just trust you straight away.
No,
you have to rebuild. But I may give you a chance.
Yeah.
Especially if it's a close family member, I may give you a chance now.
Exactly.
Because you've actually
like stood up and said sorry. Because like we said in the last video, the word saying I'm sorry is a very difficult word to say, and sometimes for people to actually say it's difficult. But when someone stands up and says like, look, I was wrong, forgive me and I'm going to be better in the future, then you think, okay, maybe, but definitely when it comes to the kids, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't
I think with kids, because they're vulnerable, it's very hard to accept an apology.
Exactly.
Because you think, wow, what are you made of?
Yeah.
That you can do that to a child or discriminate against a child because of they're a mixed race child and they're not, and they're Indian or they're culturally Indian or they're culturally black, and you've stuck with so from your family, if they're respecting like the African black kids more than our kids who are mixed race, then that's disrespectful as well. Just as my culture, they were doing that.
Yeah.
So yes, both ways. I think you and me are very strong. We're a team.
Yeah. And we would defend our kids.
We're a
fearlessly.
unit. Yeah. And each other.
Exactly.
Definitely.
Exactly.
So yeah, no one can cross the line with us.
No way.
Let's put it that way.
So I hope that answers your question. Again, if you have any questions that you want us to answer, just leave them in the comment section below and we'll do our best to answer your questions. Again, feel free to share our videos on all the social media platforms that you use, and that's it really, isn't it?
We'll see you in the next video.
Yeah, we'll see you in the next video. Take care and
bye guys.
Bye for now. Bye.
Bye.